The price of Bitcoin bounced off the bottom of the VWAP indicator earlier today. Currently, the price of Bitcoin is trading at $23,611, and it's going to be a very interesting weekly close when it comes to opening up the CME gap this evening, because of course it's Friday, which means that CME gap is going to open, and of course, what does that mean for the price of Bitcoin? Well, this is Bitcoin on the hourly chart right now, and it does look to be forming some weird version of a bull flag, because we have a big stock up here and there's some downtrending kind of within this range right here. We have some very clear levels on Bitcoin's price right now that if it is to break above these certain levels, then we are going to see some significant upwards movement around 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock tonight UK time. That is typically the time of which you experience the most volatility over the course of the past few weeks, which is why I'll be trading it this week. So if you are interested in today's video, we're going to be discussing Bitcoin's price, doing some analysis, and of course looking at TAP and Dafi and seeing how they're getting along right now, and they both look incredibly bullish. So if you wouldn't mind, please do drop a like on today's video. I'd really appreciate that. We're trying to get 1,000 likes on this video. Let's try. I know it's ambitious. I know that we probably won't do it, but if you could just slap that like button, I would appreciate that. And of course, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. I would genuinely appreciate that. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers on this channel this year. But without further ado, currently the price of Bitcoin is penanting outwards. This, of course, is the 1 minute chart, the most active chart, a chart that I would never recommend anybody uses to conduct analysis on, more so just uses it for entertainment purposes, just to watch what's going on. This is the kind of time frame that I would recommend that you look at on the price of Bitcoin right now. The hourly and the 4-hour charts are looking the most interesting. Now, of course, we have technically a bearish formation happening on the price of Bitcoin right now, but at the same time, we are on the cusp of a mega breakout. What level do we need to break out in order to confirm that mega breakout on the price of Bitcoin? Well, let's just wait for the chart to reset itself. There we go. The level of which we need to break above is this right here. A break above this level right here at about $23,709 and a confirmed breakout with an hourly candle closing above that level. That should mean that we revisit the highs that we've experienced most recently, about $24,200. At the point where we're reaching $24,200, which is up here at the top of the chart, all we need to do is surpass that level. As soon as Bitcoin is surpassed that level, look how little volume there is all the way up here. There is no sell resistance on the price of Bitcoin above those levels, which means that, I'm expecting some volatility going into the weekly close. We've already experienced some volatility today already. And of course, I am currently trading this. What do my current trades look like? Well, I'm going to first of all show you we're about $62,000 in profit right now, or rather I'm about $62,000 in profit. And I've got a bunch of trades open right now. I've got a mega Ethereum trade open, $779,000 long position, plus my other Ethereum long position of $238,000 gives us a combined Ethereum long right now of over $1 million, and essentially we're about, 28k profit between the two of those right now, so that's pretty nice. And at the same time, the Algorand trade is popping because Algorand is pumping right now. The BNB trade is also doing very well because BNB is pumping. The Bitcoin trades, well, they're just stagnating because Bitcoin's price is stagnating. These two are both Bitcoin trades. The Dent trade is now $2.69 in profit. The Phantom trade is now $5,500 in profit. The Holochain trade is now minus $476, the worst call of the lot from yesterday. But again, that trade is yet to play out. We've not really had any price volatility, and the reason that that's $476 in profit is because it's basically at break even. If you actually look at my entry point, which is here, and the current price, they are basically the same right now. There is really not that much of a percentage difference. At the same time, Chainlink is currently trading at $3,379 profit. RSR is $103, $9 on SLP, and the rest of it's a bit of a mishmash of low profits on Zilliqa, UNFI, and Spell. This one is Spell. I'm expecting those altcoins to pump. If they fail to pump and we fail to break out this evening, I'll probably close some of those trades during the course of this weekend, quite simply because it's not worth having the risk exposure during a busy weekend of which we need to be looking at new trades to take. So if they don't pay off, then it's important to just close them and move on to the next thing, because I'm expecting that I'd like to consolidate some of my wealth into TAP and Dafi over the course of this weekend. I want to buy more TAP and I want to buy more Dafi because I think that next week is going to be really, really big for both of those particular things. A, because Dafi has got some massive news coming out at some point next week. Don't know particularly the day, but I do know already what the news is. I'm just not allowed to say. Essentially, I would expect that news is very, very bullish for the Dafi community, being that it is quite a huge decision that the CEO is making. At the same time, TAP, of course, I expect to reach new communities over the course of the next couple of weeks. And if it's reaching new communities, that means more adoption. And more adoption ultimately means a higher price. Looking at the current price of TAP, currently currently trading at 73 Satoshis. It's looking like we could be headed for a breakout right now. In order to confirm that breakout on the price of TAP, it needs to break above 75 Satoshis. And if you actually look at the sell pressure right now, there is only one Bitcoin separating essentially TAP from breaking out. Oh, no, it's actually two Bitcoins. Two Bitcoins separating TAP from breaking out. However, there's such massive buy volume on the buy side right now. I definitely favor the buy side on TAP over the sell side right now. Hence why I want to buy more, because I think that over the course of the next week, we'll probably see TAP up 140 to 200 Satoshis. I'm fairly comfortable in saying that as well, because I really do expect it is going to happen. So at the same time, going back to the price of Bitcoin and looking at the price of Bitcoin right now, what are we expecting? Well, as I've already said, we need to confirm the breakout above here at $23,700. But how is Ethereum looking? Ethereum is looking better than Bitcoin, to be honest. If we actually look, I've got the Ethereum Bitcoin chart opened up here. This is the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. It looks to have somewhat bottomed here on the 4-hour, and it looks like it's going to start heading back to the upside. Now, at the same time, what can we expect from Ethereum? Well, if Bitcoin doesn't run, one of the reasons why I'm long on Ethereum is because Ethereum could run as well. That's only 1.8%, but on a $1 million trade, 1.8% is quite a lot of money. That's about $20,000 of profit on a trade like that. So it's a significant amount of money, which is why I am so long, because I believe that essentially, even if Bitcoin doesn't pump, the price of Ethereum should pump anyway and close this liquidity gap that we're experiencing here on the Ethereum versus Bitcoin value right now. When it comes to actually Ethereum's US dollar value, what are we looking at? Well, this is no more than just another kind of megaphone pattern, whatever you want to call it. Essentially, we're just trading sideways right now. We have a very clear level that we close a 1-hour candle above this level that is just above where we are right now. We break up to $1,800. And that level is currently sitting at $1,676. Currently, the price is $1,662. Again, it really does look like Ethereum possibly will break out to the upside towards the latter end of today. Failing that breakout, we need to reconsider a little bit, because again, we probably will then come back down and retouch the bottom of the VWAP zone. On Ethereum, where is the VWAP currently sitting? Do I have it open on this chart right now? I actually don't have the VWAP open on this chart. Let me just add the VWAP to this chart. I've got to wait for TradingView to load, so I do apologize. Come back to that in just a second. For now, I just want to check in on the DXY. One of the reasons why Bitcoin's price has struggled to break up today is because the DXY has been on the rise. It's currently up 1% so far today, but I don't expect this is nothing more than basically a relief rally up to this level of resistance. We've failed to break through that level of resistance, and ultimately it's more likely to come back to the downside as the DXY than anything else. Going back to Ethereum, has it loaded up this thing yet? No, it's not. That's really, really annoying. So I can't check in fact, I can check the VWAP. If I go over to this chart right here and I go over to Ethereum, it should load up the VWAP. Yes, it has done. Fantastic. So on Ethereum, where is the bottom of the VWAP zone currently? Well, the bottom of the VWAP zone is sitting all the way down here, because the VWAP has expanded since the price started breaking to the upside. But it is important to point out, Ethereum has touched the bottom of the VWAP so many times, it was inevitable it pumped to the upside. Hence why I placed such a large long position as we dropped down to $1,640, which is my entry on my Ethereum long position right now. I am bullish on the cryptocurrency market. I really do think that heading into this evening, it should be a fairly bullish evening for the world of cryptocurrency. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And essentially the level of which we need to break through is about here right now. $1,675 will take us back up to these highs, and onto the downside. If we do lose these downside levels here at approximately $1,620 is where this line is sitting. Below $1,620, we can expect to drop back into the previous range right here, because you can see we have this massive drop in liquidity in this zone right here. And when you have a drop in liquidity, it tends to be that essentially the price drops quite significantly in that range there. So that's what I'm thinking for both Ethereum and Bitcoin right now. When it comes to Dafi, what is Dafi's price currently doing? Let's have a look at Dafi, shall we? Now, going over to the price of Dafi, this is the price of Dafi. Dafi has been consolidating, currently sat at just above 3 cents. And I think that essentially Dafi will continue. In fact, no, I actually think it'll break outwards. I think that, to be honest, tonight it could break outwards. I know that a friend of mine is really quite bullish on it, and he's also a fairly big YouTuber, so I'm expecting some buying pressure this evening. At the same time, I think that Dafi is a very good long-term hold, and around 3 cents is nothing, because in the bull market last year we were paying 15-20 cents per coin for this, and now it's down at 3 cents. It's really low. The market cap is below $20 million, and I expect it can get to above $400 million market cap, hence why I'm so bullish on it. I've got no intention to sell it, and I want to hold for the long term, in particular on Dafi. Again, Dafi's got some big news coming out next week, but if you hold Dafi coins, you should definitely stake them, because you can earn 25% interest per year through going to Dafi's website and using the super staking feature. If you super stake on Polygon as well, it'll reduce your gas fees, increasing your overall profit. So just bear that in mind when staking Dafi. So yeah, Dafi's looking bullish. TAP is looking bullish. The price of Bitcoin, well, that's also looking pretty bullish. And of course, Ethereum is looking pretty good as well. Don't expect mega moon before 7 o'clock tonight. It's not going to happen before 7 o'clock. And when the big moves do come, it'll be between 7 o'clock and 12 o'clock this evening, because that's when the global markets start closing. And that's when your institutional players shut their positions for the week. And of course, if they were short, when they close those shorts, it means that basically the price goes up. And if they are intending to hold during the course of the weekend, then they're not going to be any selling pressure around that time either. So bear all of that in mind. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you did, drop a like on it. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. Trying to get to 100,000 subscribers this year. And don't forget, guys, make sure you own some Bitcoin and some Ethereum right now, because we could potentially be at the start of an amazing bull market. It could literally be about to happen right now. So bear all of that in mind. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.